Hello viewers and welcome to News TV. I am Makanaka Masenyama. Stories making the headlines. MDC youth promised to shed blood to stop abductions. In the courts, jailed MDC activist Japa Japa out on $1,000 bail. In business, ZSE listed companies predict bleak economic future. In sports, Cape United seek to consolidate lead atop PSL log. News in detail. President Emmerson Mnangagwa's government is trying to divert attention from real issues by claiming the European Union and other Western powers are interfering in its internal affairs. This was said by European Union head of delegation to Zimbabwe, Timo Olkonen, while contributing to a public discussion at the Southern African Political and Economic Cities SAPES Trust titled The Deepening Crisis in Zimbabwe, What is to be done now? The EU has, along with other Western powers, have continuously issued damning statements condemning the manner in which Mnangagwa has handled human rights issues in Zimbabwe. The ZANU-PF leader has, however, in response, accused foreign missions, especially from the West, of funding terrorist activities in Zimbabwe. The opposition MDC Youth Assembly has vowed to protect its members with its blood if the need be. The opposition claims its members are under siege from state security agents amid reports of abductions and torture, particularly in the aftermath of stillborn plan to hold mass protests in 5 cities across the country that were banned by authorities through 11th hour prohibition orders. MDC Youth Assembly spokesperson Stephen Chuma told newzimbabwe.com after visiting the party's Midlands Provincial Chairperson Sekai Marashe in hospital. Marashe was reportedly battered by suspected ZANU-PF militia in Kwekwe early this week, leaving her with bruises all over the body. She is currently recovering in hospital. Former President Robert Mugabe and his wife Grace are in trouble after they allegedly chased a delivery man out of their Alpha Omega dairy farm soon after he delivered goods from South Africa before they confiscated his truck. Sun Marine Shipping Limited has taken the former first couple to court, accusing them of having instructed their 2 employees to chase its driver away after delivering their order back in 2014. It is alleged the driver had to run for his life after he was attacked by Mugabe's 2 employees identified as Mugombi and Nari, who had been instructed to do so by their employer. Sun Marine Shipping says it has been left with no choice but to approach the courts. A top Zimbabwean human rights activist has called on the opposition to find a way of talking to the ruling party and government in order to stop the torture and abductions being reported across the country. Zimbabwe Human Rights NGO Forum chairperson Justina Mkoko told a public discussion this week that the gap between the opposition and the government is growing with each passing day, and this endangers activists. Mukoko said since the January violence that rocked the country and the crackdown by security forces since the aborted plans by the opposition to stage protests in 5 cities early this month, no less than 50 people have been abducted and tortured by state security agents across the country. Foreign Affairs Minister Sibusiso Moyo earlier this month told a European magazine that abductions and torture will stop if the West accepts President Emmerson Mnangagwa's re-engagement initiatives. In the courts, jailed MDC activist Paddington Japa Japa was Friday freed on $1,000 bail pending appeal. High Court Judge Justice Jacob Manzunzu freed Japa Japa 2 months after he was jailed for election-related offences. Japa Japa intends to appeal against both conviction and sentence. He was jailed 3 years in July this year following his conviction for inciting the public to commit political violence. Japa Japa was convicted of convening a press briefing at which he accused the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission of rigging the 2018 harmonized elections in favor of ZANU-PF. He is expected to serve 2 years after a year was suspended by Magistrate Wongai Mchuchuti following a full trial. And business. The environment in Zimbabwe continues to present challenges for business. Companies that have publicized their financials have listed on the local bourse have reported. British American Tobacco Chairman Lovemore Maneta recently said that the trading conditions for the remaining half will remain tough, echoing sentiments across industry and commerce. His assessments resonated with Agribank's chief executive, Sam Malaba, who said the instability in the economy, among other factors, presented difficulties for business operation. Another captain of industry paper and packaging group, NAMPEC Zimbabwe chief executive Keith Nicholson, criticized the government's decision to outlaw the use of multi-currencies and expressed doubts of better prospects.
Fellow friends, family and my Zimbabwean diaspora, I have experienced death, and I can tell you that death is inevitable, and yet such a big taboo subject as Africans. Please don't put it off. Guarantee your family a decent send-off. Talk to Diaspora Funeral Cashman today. They're just a phone call away.
We end with sports. Log leaders Caps United will be aiming to consolidate their lead on the Premier Soccer League standings when they take on struggling Bulawayo Chiefs at Luveve Stadium on Saturday. With second-placed defending champions FC Platinum facing a tough home encounter against fellow title chasers Chicken Inn at Mandava on the same day, Caps United have a great opportunity to further enhance their chances of challenging for the title. The league race is heating up with about 13 matches before the season comes to a close. The top 4 teams are separated by just 2 points. Makepekepe head into the match on a high after securing a hard-fought 2-1 win over Black Rhinos in a midweek fixture, which was new coach Darlington Dodo's first win in 2 attempts since he took over from Lloyd Chitembwe. Kasolaga Premier Soccer League weekend fixtures. Tomorrow, Bulawayo Chiefs vs Caps United at Luveve, FC Platinum vs Chicken Inn at Mandava Stadium, Dynamos vs Telwan at Trofaro Stadium, Ngezi Platinum Stars vs Herentals at Baobab Stadium. Sunday, Chapungu vs Triangle at Ascot Stadium, Manika Diamonds vs Wange at Vengere Stadium, Highlanders vs Mushwane Stars at Papafield Stadium, Black Rhinos vs Harare City at Trofaro Stadium, and on Monday, Yada vs ZPC Kariba at Trofaro Stadium. Reporting for newszimbabwe.com, I am Akanaka Masenyama. For this and more stories, visit our website www.newszimbabwe.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Newzim TV.